New York City is one of the dazzling achievements of Western civilization. But it was once only a small island sparsely inhabited by Native Americans known as the Lenape. Further north in upstate New York was the home of the Haudenosaunee, or the people of the Long House. These were the ancestors of the Iroquois tribes, the Mohawks, Oneidas, Onondagas, Cayugas, and Senecas.
If you think of the geography of northeastern North America, it's a region of forests, rivers, lakes. It's a region that is conducive to farming and hunting and fishing. And most of the Indian peoples in the Northeast did all three. So they would often inhabit villages that were occupied a certain portion of the year. And the groups would come together as a band or as a tribe for planting in the spring, harvesting in the late summer, and then would disperse into the hinterlands for hunting, for instance, in the fall.
The various Indian peoples of the Northeast encountered and interacted with one another, sometimes in warfare, sometimes in peace.
There are alliances and common causes between Iroquois and Algonquian peoples. There are wars in which Iroquois and Algonquian people take sides on the same side. And of course, there are intermarriages between Iroquois and Algonquian people. So I think that many of our notions of tribes as sort of static ethnic units need to be questioned, and we need to take more account of the tremendous flexibility and fluidity that existed between groups, as well as the barriers that sometimes developed between them.
Haudenosaunee tribes are famous for the long houses they lived in. Communal housing structures where they ate, slept, and stored food and other items. They are also well known for a more egalitarian treatment of women than many other tribes.
I think in the Northeast, the power and the influence of women centered on the village, on the homes, and the field. That the role of the women was primarily one of cultivation, cultivating crops and cultivating children. And in that sense, they are giving life and they are promoting life. The role of men, more often, takes them outside of the village. They are away from the village at war or hunting, which of course are both activities that involve the taking of life.
In ancient times, the Haudenosaunee tribes fought amongst each other, enduring an endless cycle of raiding and retaliation. But sometime before the coming of Europeans, the Haudenosaunee found a way to live in peace with each other. They formed a confederation which would later be known as the Iroquois League, an early form of democracy that would make a deep impression on European settlers who arrived later.